Hello, everyone. This lesson is actually more of a blog for English teachers. So, I have been teaching English for the last year, and now I've been teaching on Cambly for 3 months, full time. I was in business and now I'm not, as if you've been following, you have heard this. So, I'm thinking through the different ways of teaching English. And it's been quite an interesting experience over these last 3 months. So I started by teaching an IELTS student and a TOEFL student, basically as a tutor. I found that a conversational style fit me. You have to figure out what fits you. But for me, a conversational style fit. So I like different cultures a lot. So I like to talk, connect on their culture and talk about what is important to them as learners. But I found over time that I needed to add some things to that. For people learning for a test, they need to, for IELTS or something like that, we needed to work on writing. And I found that writing is a really good way of working on grammar. So if a person says, I really want to learn grammar, but they speak English pretty well, writing is a really good way. One, because it's directly useful. They're getting ready for a test, they need to write. But two, you can really look at how do we approach writing and how do we approach talking in English? How do we organize our thoughts? And this goes into listening. Because as we write essays, the person learns how to get ready for listening to a professor talk or listening to a meeting, someone running a meeting. So I think this is good. But I kind of came up with 4 different ways of teaching in general. So one is, I guess before that would be truly an English teacher, where they're just going, the person comes to the lesson and day by day they're banging through grammar. I'm not necessarily that teacher, but all of us need to learn grammar in order to teach. So first is conversation only. Here's where we're truly teaching conversation to a student. You have to be interested in them. You have to get them to talk. Maybe you're talking about just how to do small talk for a while, but you get them to talk on different subjects. This should always be part of every class, but just direct conversation is useful for many people. And you talk over many different subjects. And then in the middle of that, you can hit on pronunciation, you can hit on grammar, things like that. And people get experience talking to a native speaker. I find that what's really key here is telling them when you understand them, to give confidence. Hey, I'm understanding what you're saying. You are communicating with me. Some people need to hear this, because they're very frustrated. They wonder if people are understanding them or not. Or maybe they're talking to second language speakers, so they think they don't know English because the second language speaker is expecting them to talk in a certain way. Second is using Engoo, which is a great news article site. This is very useful. It has vocabulary. It also has questions at the end. I find it's good to have them read, then I read, because they need to not only read, but they need to hear. And this is a very good practice to read out loud. So Engoo is very good for that. Other is I teach on Cambly. So Cambly has curriculum. But if you don't have that, I have found this series to be very good. English for Everyone. I was using this for someone, and so you just copy it and make sure that you can use it on your screen, but it has exercises to go through. I found this to be very helpful for people. But this is more direct teaching about grammar, but it's in a conversation style. Cambly's exercises are really good. It's good for also reading out loud. It teaches to talk back and forth. It gives example sentences to repeat. And also it can be tailored to preparing for a job interview, preparing for talking to someone. It can be many different things. Preparing for how to talk business English. A lot of people really want to work on business English. And the fourth is direct pronunciation help. And for this, I recommend really learning pronunciation. So learning phonetics. You don't have to be a phonetics expert, but know where the places are in the mouth. And what I'm learning is direct pronunciation teaching is really, really useful, and people really appreciate it. So if this is useful to you as an English teacher, let me know. I'll keep posting about this, but I find this helpful to think through this as well. All right, thanks. Oh, make sure to subscribe to RJK English on YouTube and comment. And join us on RJK English. We can talk about being English teachers as well. All right, see you.